Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody, and welcome to another race in the Link to the Past Invitational League. We are nearing the end of week 2 in Roja, and we've got a race today between two teams looking for their first win. Don't forget to track us in 2Pearl2Furious. I'm JP, and I'm joined by Drossi. How you doing, Drossi?
I'm good. Looks like whatever's supposed to update the tracker automatically. There we go. Okay, just kicked in. I was going to say, they're not looking for their first win, but they each do only have one win. They're looking for their second win.
Okay. Little nicer then.
Yeah. One of these teams will be batting 500 by the end of the night.
Yeah, As you can see, it's Ambrosia. We've got a starting sword. We're going to be in the Dark Worlds. You've probably seen plenty of these races this week. Oh, man. But yeah, this should be interesting. We should be getting underway any second here. What do you like for the start? Link's House or Dark Chapel?
Okay, one for each, right?
That's a nice moon pearl.
You like to see that early.
Yeah, I've had some practice where that moon pearl gets buried, and I mean buried.
Oh, we had a pretty ugly race this time last night with a 45-minute moon pearl.
Where did that end up being?
It was on the fire rod locked side of TR, but the fire rod was that Samaria on Bumper Ledge, by the way?
That was Samarion's Bumper Ledge.
Okay, yeah. So the fire rod itself was on Bottle Vendor, which you had to bunny walk to after beating Aga.
Yep, that is logical. You might have a moon pearl in the light world. There's our pendants. Looked like green at Pod. Then we had Swamp and Thieves Town as pendants too.
Yep, so all three pendants in the Dark World. And not only does that mean that the Light World is going to be all crystals, but both of our 5/6 crystals are in the Light World.
And let's keep an eye on for later. We see Trinex farming up some bottles, or some bombs, not bottles. PRD's gonna show us this. Oh, a glove.
Well, that's 2/3 of our Light World access, right?
Yeah. If they get sub 5 minutes light world access, that's gonna be kind of disappointing.
Yeah, and it tends to drive runners crazy when that happens because suddenly the entire world is open to them. So now Purdy Wong is likewise farming bombs.
Trinex dropping into the back. Should be a key back here. We haven't seen one yet. Had to be a really bad key layout for there not to be a key in this area.
I think there has to be at least one, since there can't be one on Moth.
With considering the big key can be at large, there is a very one alignment that can happen.
Oh, there's our other item, the cape, so we can get that Samaria with the cape and the glove. Interesting.
Actually, no, I think, yeah, now that I think about it, there's only... Yeah, okay. I was thinking there was 3 chests available, but no, there's only 2. But we saw the key. Well, that was the cape and the glove, so yeah, that's both items out of here. PRD Wong realizes that, and bail's right there.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued by the potential early Samaria. Is that going to mean an early TR dip?
No, it can't. You need light world access to get that Samaria.
Oh, right, because the Death Mountain access is flipped around. Details of inverted, I forget.
Yeah, so that means we're not going to be seeing a TR dip until we have light world access. There's Vicky and the miss. There, 3 minute 39 second light world access.
That's kind of bad news for Trinex. He never did get that glove out of Skullwoods, and so he'll get a glove. I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering when he'll go back to get that glove in Skullwoods, because he'll get the glove in Hype Cave.
It might depend on when the hammer is.
Nice heart container from Stumpy. You do like getting some health early on in Inverted, because low percent Dark World strats are not fun.
We're going to see Aero Game from pretty long. Trying to sing down that way, but has no money for it. That's another thing that's rough in these seeds, is that money can be very difficult in the early game.
Yeah, so you often see archery gameplays like this. Especially if you want to kern jump over to East Dark World and get entrance to Pod.
I'm not sure how big of a fan I am of kern jump in this mode. Just considering that usually you need a pretty major item to get over there anyway.
Yeah, and if we get the flippers or the hammer, then it becomes more obvious that, well, the hammer's light world access, so you probably aren't going to go to Pod at that point. And if we get the flippers, then it becomes more obvious that the game's trying to send us over there.
Nice bottle safety.
Yeah, Blue Goo, a good find.
Speaking of Skullwoods, might send Try and Expect to Skullwoods sooner rather than later.
Oh, right, because he doesn't have both items. Interesting. Early Smith chain. Why not? I mean, CAC Portal is the one we have access to.
Quick question in chat about Ambrosia. This is not the last day of Ambrosia. We have one more day tomorrow. We have some races lined up for that. So, still a little more action for this week before we switch over to week 3 casual boots. We're going to see a stun prize check. It's a bomb.
We're not going to have any trouble finding bombs this seed. Yeah, so does Trinex now get his glove out of the middle?
Nope.
No.
So you have that. Now, the thing is, depending where the hammer is, that glove... I was supposed to see the ice rod. That's nice. But depending on where we find some items, that glove may not be required.
Yeah, if we can get a hammer soon enough. I mean, potentially there's nothing hard locked by the mitts anymore because of the... What's that glitch called where you jump from Graveyard Ledge to King's Tomb?
I don't know the official name of it.
Tomb Raider, thank you. But yeah, Tomb Raider glitch means that if you have, Light World access and you have a mirror, nothing's locked by mitts and inverted. Meyer Big Key, interesting. Because now that we have Light World access, we know we can get that Samaria. We don't have any medallions yet, though.
We cannot get Samaria yet. We need mirror.
Oh, right. Ha! This messes with me. It makes my head hurt.
Yeah. Don't worry. Like I said, one more day and then we get to go back to normal opening in the Light Worlds.
Who made Ambrosia weak anyway? Oh, right.
Well, if you're hoping for Fire Rod to send Trinex back in, it's not going to happen. There's some blind set.
Simultaneous heart containers, that was nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
But yeah, definitely nice to get both rods out of the way early. I love how the bunny form for the Hoku Boku sprite is an actual Pokey.
So I think Trinex is gonna be forced back into Skullwood sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Where's he? Oh, he hasn't done Dig Game yet.
Yeah, he hasn't done Dig Game. He's only at 17 rupees, but yeah, you can farm a few rupees from the bushes out here. Or the grass. The grass works too.
Well then, Flute opens up even more. And a good place to find it, too.
Yeah, that's good. That's good transit around the Dark World. That gets you up the mountain. That gets you the Mire area. Those are the big two things.
Yeah, I'd be really wondering about the Mire possibility, except we haven't seen, any medallions yet.
Yeah, ideally you want to see the medallion and then also the mirror so you can grab Samaria and do it in one shot.
Yeah, though maybe the mirror's in Mire Big Chest.
It's possible. But, yeah, we still need a medallion.
Oh yeah, chat reminding us we need either boots or hookshot to get through the first door, even if we have the medallion. And the Smiths put some mail together.
We're at Trinex's side. I think he's going to be forced into Skullwoods at this point because I don't think he's got any other checks.
At least not in Logic. He could go to Death Mountain out of Logic.
Oh, hey, there's some flippers.
So yeah, world's really opening up now.
Yeah, like as you mentioned earlier, this is almost opening up too much.
Yeah, can't really even tell where the game's trying to get us to go. The Flute and the Flippers both made pod available.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have. You don't have much for big keys right now. I guess back of Skull Woods you could go complete. That's one item. That's kind of it for dungeon direction right now. I guess you could go into Ice Palace, but you can't complete it.
Oh, right, another fun thing about Invrosia, remembering that there's one extra item per dungeon.
Yeah, I usually just remember it as the normal number of items per dungeon and then one extra item on the boss.
And hey, our 5-6 crystals are Eastern and Desert.
Yeah, still kind of looking for a direction. mean, you could go up the mountain. You got some checks up there. You can check Eastern Death Mountain. You've got access to Paradox Cave, but kind of like to minimize your trips up the mountain if you can. What?
How did both of those bombs miss?
Yeah, those look like direct hits.
Something hitboxes something.
Yeah.
And we're already on red mail inside of 15 minutes. Just some bombs on Floating Island.
Yeah, chat theorizing how that might have happened. I don't think it's that surprising it happened once. It's more surprising it happened twice. Yeah, still checking more overworld because there's still not a dungeon really that looks really appealing right now.
Yeah, I mean, is anything even completable besides Skullwoods?
Not at this time.
We could do half of Ice Palace. I'm sure the runners are really excited by that idea.
$11 arrows.
But Pretty Wong does have Zora money, so at least we'll get all our flippers checks out of the way.
Anything on the ledge? Nope.
I know technically Zora isn't a flippers check, but...
I say this seat is stop being nice. It was nice for about 5 minutes, and then it's kind of stopped now.
Trinex finding those flippers on top of everything else. But yeah, unclear what the flippers are pointing to. Maybe Ice Palace.
Let's see how pretty it does. Gonna flute. Going up the mountain, Mire Shed, Pod, Ice Palace. This is a very interesting play this early. I don't know. Oh wait, no, he's just gonna go in the portal here.
Oh. Ice Rod Cave?
I guess so. Or, yep, Ice Rod Cave. Not to say that's an odd play this early, but...
Yeah, as much as people hate the Ice Rod Cave check in regular and inverted, it's all the worse.
Oh, no, the Ice Rod Cave isn't that odd of a check. I was more going Ice Palace.
And in Ice Palace, we would just have 3 checks available, right?
Something like that.
Depending on key layout, we could have Spike Room Chest as well.
So where does Pretty go from here? Just, I'm guessing Eastern area? Could go to the portal and go to Hyrule Castle. Yeah, it looks like he's heading towards Hyrule Castle. I don't know if he's done Lost Woods either.
And then, of course, we have Death Mountain. Thanks to the mitts, we can get to East Light Death Mountain. Just, you know, dodge some Lionels on the way.
Just rupees there. This light world, I'm trying to think what we got. We got the flippers, the flute, and the fire rod so far. That's been it for light worlds.
Basically our F items.
Yeah.
Oh, lumberjack check.
Nope, don't need that.
Okay, won't be seeing Aga 1. That's always a relief.
It looks like Purdy's gonna head to Graveyard Ledge and then probably the back of Escape. Carnix is still basically just covering Purdy's steps because he got into Light World a little later.
Yeah, unfortunately, his routing just wasn't as efficient. There's nothing he's really done that Purdy Wong hasn't done. And of course, no Tomb Raider without boots or hookshot.
Don't even need to do Tomb Raider in this case. We already got mitts.
Yeah, also true.
There's a small key. Not gonna check Dark Cross, which we haven't seen the map, so I definitely agree with that.
And hey, Zelda's waiting for us in the light world.
What next for Purdy here? Might be a front of escape check? Yep, that's what it looks like it's going to be.
I'm a little surprised he hasn't gone up the mountain, but I guess he's just trying to exhaust everything before he goes up the mountain.
You have 2 items at Uncle, and I believe there's 3 items in the front of escape.
By the way, shoutouts to our tracker Iker, who, being a member of Don't Forget to Track Us, is definitely not forgetting to track his teammate. What was that, 25 rupees in Uncle area?
Sounds about right.
Guess we haven't seen Catfish yet.
We have not, but hey, Trinex is going off the path. We're going to see Meyer Shed now. It looks like it's Quake. There's the map, so can confirm now there is an item in Dark Cross.
And Trinex going to use the portal, check the desert area.
Which we have not seen on Purdy's side, so 2 checks over here. Checkerboard and Egina. Big key taunting on the ledge, but you need a book to get to it.
Yeah, book is hard required this seed because there's no other way into desert and inverted.
Purdy's setting up for a death warp. This guard will always do half a heart of damage, regardless of your mail.
Ooh, Master Sword's a nice find for having gone all that way to Aegina.
Trinex floating away, and he's going to be first up the mountain. And not going to be much to see for about a minute, as both runners head into dark rooms.
At least with Purdy Wong, he might light things up with a fire rod. Worth noting, at least, that Purdy Wong's dark room is in logic, while Trinex's isn't.
That is true. Alright, let's see if there's anything interesting in Dark Cross. Nope.
Hey, we can deflect arrows now.
Now Purdy Wong's going to follow in Trinex's footsteps and check the Meyer area. As Trinex is about to get to the portal so he can take Old Man back to his home.
Yeah, so Trinex has actually saved quite a bit of time by avoiding the castle area.
Yeah, I agree. Trinex, I want to check there with him too, but he doesn't like it.
But now you're rid of him.
And Purdy Wong staying committed to the Light World checks. Gonna check Checkerboard and Nagina. Let's get a Master Sword out of this. I'll try and blind check this. Blind jump or check it first? He's gonna check it first.
Yeah, without the boots, it's a bit of a hike, and just as well. So now I think it's time for some Lionel dodging.
At least you have a Master Sword. You could swing it, or you could spin him out of the way too.
Yeah. And with blue mail, even if Trinex hasn't done the Smith chain to get his red mail, it's not too hard to just survive a mad dash through there.
He also got cape if he really needs it. Purdy Wong join him on the mountain? Not yet. What is Trinex doing?
Trying to think how he wants to handle this? Eh, that's fine. It works.
First check in the Super Bunny Cave. Nothing there.
Yeah, so it's really about the 9 checks on Light East Death Mountain.
We do also have Eastern. I think that was double quick.
That was so fast I didn't catch it. Okay, our tracker confirming it was Quake.
Alright, we got 7 items in Paradox Cave, Floating Island, and Spiral Cave.
Props to the devs for thinking through all these, terraforming changes that were necessary and inverted.
That was a mushroom on the lower, on the bottom of Paradise Cave. And anything up here?
Mushroom is an annoying turn in an inverted.
Okay, bow. Now you start to think pod.
Unless Eastern Big Key also shows up, then you think Eastern. Okay, Purdy Wong just avoided the ball guy who goes into a whole dissertation if you touch him. He had a song.
Well, actually, it's a good pickup for him. He was out of bombs. Yeah, pod's starting to look good with that bow. You could go to return the mushroom, but as you mentioned, it is an annoying check and inverted.
What do we have besides Eastern Pod and the mushroom?
Catfish, pyramid,
Oh, yeah.
Saha too. Right? There's 3 chests back there. The Trinex is fluting away. He only has 1 access point to Dark World or Light World, though. Yep, that's in over here. Though I think he's gonna save the Smith quick.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done Purple Chest yet.
We have not. That is also an option. And there is still the Skullwoods boss too.
Yeah, that's just yucky. But you need to do it sooner or later. So what's Trinex gonna do now? He didn't save and quit back to Dark World.
Guessing Lost Woods maybe into Castle or Hyrule Castle. At this
Oh,
point.
yeah, he hasn't been up there yet.
Yeah, both runners exhausting the overworld before thinking about another dungeon. But since there's not a dungeon really that the seat's pointing you to yet, it makes sense.
Chat's saying they can't hear us?
Yeah, can you confirm if you can hear us, chat?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, somebody said they can't hear us, and all of a sudden we're like. But thank you, the 10 of you that confirmed you can hear us.
Anyway, we should finally be getting some new checks from Purdy Wong soon enough after he does these last 2 Death Mountain checks.
I think we're just not very talkative.
Well, it's tough and inverted, too, when it's just really hard to explore the world.
Yeah, right
And
now both of these runners are just covering stuff the other one's already done.
and both of them really avoiding East Dark World, which is a lot of walking, admittedly.
It is. But they have, I mean, Dark World's not so bad now because they have the flute. So travel around the Dark World's not too bad. It's more traveling on the Light World that's annoying right now.
Yeah, I wonder if Trinex maybe will go over and turn in the mushroom since he has it, rather than doing the front of escape.
Okay, Purdy Wong's gonna head over to Pod. And Trinex... It looks like Trinex is gonna go to escape. But he could come out and then go turn in the mushroom. Going to Pod, got 5 items that... As many as 5 items that will be accessible. Actually, with the bow, all 5 should be accessible at this point.
One could be in the big chest.
Ah, good point. So, 4 accessible with a 5th maybe.
Though, anything in the dark maze is, of course, not in logic without the lamp.
Yeah, but they got Fire Rod. Who cares
Yeah.
about the lamp?
Not saying they're going to go looking for the lamp, it's just if you're trying to follow a logic chain.
True.
And we're not even bow-locked.
But knowing where the game has put the lamp in some cases, yeah, you don't want to look for it sometimes. I've seen it buried in, like, Pendant Ice Palace.
Speaking of pendant, Pod is, of course, a pendant. And as we know from one of the Open League teams, it's always sunny in Pendant Pod.
There's the big key to Hera. We don't have access to it yet, though. Oh, Hammer!
As you were saying about not having access to Hera.
Oh, that is a mean spot, and that's a significant advance for Trinex for a while.
Yeah, guess that mushroom was important. Now he can make use of all of the Dark World portals. But he is choosing to go back to escape here rather than to the eastern area.
Pretty is setting up for a Death Warp, since he doesn't have Hammer or Mirror.
Yeah, imagine getting the hammer.
I don't have to imagine it too much, considering the other side. Ether, which unfortunately is nothing in this for us in this one.
I mean, you can clear out some Stalfos and GT.
That's 2 of the items in here. We know the rest of the front is keys.
To answer a question in chat, both runners got the fire rod after doing the rest of Skull Woods, so neither of them is in a hurry to get one item off of an isolated Mothula.
We see Pretty Wong setting for a bomb jump. With no mirror, this makes a lot of sense. Just easier to route. Of course, this is also assuming that you might get the stuff to clear it in here. There's the 3rd item.
Hey, that fills up a row of hearts.
4th item, so there's maybe one more back here.
Yeah, basically, there are 2 keys out here in the back, and there's a map and compass somewhere, so we basically have to hope that one of those is in the big chest. Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah. Freddy's gonna go grab a key from down here and then most likely save and quit.
Yep, good counting for him.
Well, maybe Trinix might be going to finish off Skull Woods.
Yeah, I guess Master Sword and Hammer Moth's a little bit more appealing.
Oh, Purdy's falling right behind him.
Master Sword and no hammer. Half magic would be nice.
I think they both have a blue potion.
Yeah, that was out of Dig Game, and I don't think either of them's used it.
We know that chest under the bridge is not an item. The other item in here, it is guaranteed to be on Moth.
Yeah, one of those Invrosia features that's really easy to forget.
Try next to Moth first. He also have red mail, so Moth's not going to do much damage to them.
The spikes, on the other hand, are 1 heart no matter what you're wearing.
Yep. Does Moth have anything?
Sorry, I just involuntarily laugh when runners turn up a shield because I know how many runners hate shields.
That's our first pistol at 42 minutes.
Yeah, the big keys have not been kind. Is this a purple chest check for Trinix? Oh, hammer pegs too while he's there. I see.
This looks like a catfish check for Purdy Wong.
Another thing we haven't seen yet. Neither runner's shown us Pyramid Ledge yet.
Granix going through the CAC portal. I'm actually not sure why. You could, if you want to turn the purple chest, you could go to the Meyer portal.
Yeah, and I think his pause indicates that he just realized that. Or he's just gonna flat out walk it over there from Dark Link's house. Which... oh yeah, using this portal, yeah. Meyer's probably a little bit faster.
Anything on Pyramid Ledge? Nope. We might be gated by that hammer. Now, is this another just using the portal here, or... Okay, just using the portal.
And hey, Purple Chest is Temper Sword, which you're not going to say no to.
Yeah, that is nice. But I think this might be... This has to be Mushroom check for Purdy, because there's nothing else from over here.
Heck of a walk to get there.
Looks like Trinex is also going to go into Pod. We know the big key to Pod is not in Pod, so Trinex won't be able to do any more than Purdy did.
But he'll get the big key to Hera for his troubles.
Yep, that is true.
And he can actually access Hera.
But so will Purdy in about 10 seconds.
Right, so maybe we'll see one of them go in there. It is a crystal.
Yeah, I was right about exactly 10 seconds. I counted it out. Now, Ice Pass is also a little bit nicer, but without the big key, it's not fully completable in logic. Out of logic, yes. Not in logic, though. Yeah, this definitely looks like a hair play for Purdy.
I don't disagree with it. I mean, the only risk is you're orphaning Ether Tablet if Book turns up later. Well, I should say the Book will turn up later, because we know we need to get into Desert. Question in chat about who's ahead. Really hard to say right now. Maybe a slight edge to Purdy Wong.
Yeah, slight. Just I think he's got more checks covered at this point. Trinex has had some unfortunate routing. But I think the biggest thing right now, the difference between them, was how quickly they got Light World access. Purdy got it in less than 4 minutes, and Trinex took 11 or 12 minutes.
Yeah, relevantly, one of the gloves was in Middle Skull Woods, and Purdy Wong went right there, and Trinex nearly last located it.
There's the small key, and you've seen the map, so... Still could be the compass in the basement.
Yeah, basically 1 in 4 chance that we don't have to go to the basement. Because at this point, you do the basement if you need the third item, because we have so few checks left.
I think 1 in 3, because we know Trinex... Or not Trinex,
Oh, you're right.
Moldorm has an item. Okay, Silvers, you'll take that. And there's an item in the basement.
Because of course there is. Now, Trinex not having done the Hammer Yump doesn't realize what these last 2 chests contain. Well, he can figure out now that there is a small key in Harmless Hellway. And on the left side, we have a score of Moldorm 1, Purdy Wong 0.
Here goes round 2. And down goes Moldorm. What do we got? It's nothing there, so yeah, we're probably gonna see the basement.
I mean, does Purdy Wong have anything besides Saha's Closet in Eastern?
Ice Palace.
Oh, yeah. Ice Palace is going to be like the running gag of this seed.
I think Ice Palace is just a running gag in general. And then you double it if it's Pendant Ice. Arnix's not going to go to Hera right away. Looks like he's going to go to Eastern.
Well, it's 6 items. That is 3 in Saha's Closet and 3 that we can get to in Eastern.
Well, yeah, 3, but maybe 1 out of logic.
Yeah, depending on that big key chest.
Oh yeah, big key chest too, yeah.
Oh, right, I forgot there could be an item in the big chest itself.
Yeah.
We already knew that. Trinex.
Nope, Hera Basement was nothing. There's the big key to ice!
Well, that puts ice probably in logic. I mean, it depends on the key layout, whether the siege is expecting us to have Hooker Samaria.
Wrong side there, pretty. Was there something that's pretty hasn't checked up here yet? Oh, Mimic Cave.
Oh, geez, another one of those crazy things you don't think about.
Nope, not there.
Vanilla Mimic Cave? I'm shocked.
He's got the flute out. Where are you going? Is this another... I gotta think this is ice now, because you've got more portals you can use with the hammer.
I mean, and it's... For Purdy Wong, it's this or Eastern area or Hammerpeg's Purple Chest.
So, coming here with the Ice Palace Big Key, there is a risk of potentially missing an item in the big chest. So we'll have to see how this one lines up. And Trax is going to have 2 advantages in here with the Temper Sword and the big key.
Yeah, and we just got junk on the mountain, didn't we? So if Trinex takes Ice Palace over the mountain, that could put him in an advantage.
And I think the only thing that Purdy found up there was silvers.
Which don't really do us much good in ice.
Yep. Alright, anything in Eastern? Nope. I think there's 2 items left in there, because I think we saw both the map and the compass.
We did. Nice bomb jump for Purdy.
I think Trinix is going to join Purdy in Ice Palace.
And this has got to be something, right?
I think so. I don't know what else we got.
I mean, each of the runners has other things, but between the two of them...
Now, it looks like Purdy's going to go to the right side first. So we won't have an idea of the key logic for a little longer. But there isn't easy enough to pull up bomb jump in this room.
Oh, nice bombs by Trinex there.
We have not seen any items, but I think we've opened one chest so far. The old bomb jump style Ice Palace, you don't see items for a while.
That's why no one does it if they can help it.
There's the first item.
A small key on the right side, which means something something hook shot.
There's the second item.
I think that small key on the right side means that the game expects you to have either hookshot or Samaria for Cold Stare.
Okay, there's... Well, that's desert access.
Yeah, that's definitely progression.
We also now know that not having the ice keys, Palace Big Key is not going to hurt Purdy because there will be nothing of value in the big chest.
We also get to skip Ice Tea Room. And Trinex is taking the same route, which is good for him because he'll be able to make the same skips Purdy once made.
Ooh, Cold Stare separates, so Purdy's going to have to do some strats here. He does still have that blue potion. He's got red mail, so... He's going to burn the blue. There's the mirror. No Samaria Ice Palace for you today.
Oh boy. Well, that does get us Trinex in logic.
Yeah, because we can go pick up that cane now.
Yeah, and with the mirror, we can go straight to Laser Bridge.
It looks like Purdy's going to go into Desert first. Or Ether Tablet. Or not Ether Tablet, Bombos Tablet.
Trinex, don't you have all the items except for the one on the boss?
So Desert's not completable, but we'll find out if you need boots or not pretty quick. You do not.
Watch there be a big key on the torch anyway, and then we don't even know which big key it is.
There's the first item. Just one item. Oh, that's right. We do have also a key on the ledge here.
Oh, right. A big key at that.
Nope, nothing on the torch. So I think that means there is an item in the big chest.
Yeah, because we've only seen one item so far.
Yep, we need Eastern Big, Desert Big, Quake, and either Hook or Boots. Actually, yeah, we'll need one of those two. There's the Eastern Big. Okay.
So Purdy Wong can do Eastern in one trip. And get the two items that we haven't seen.
So Trinex is done with Ice Palace. That's his second crystal. Purdy's got a bit of is building a bit of a lead here.
Powder. So Purdy could do Smith Chain now.
Purdy's already... No, he's done the Smith part of Smith Chain. He hasn't done the...
Hammer Peg's Magic Bat and Purple Chest.
Okay, yes. You could do those. But yeah, I think he's going to just go to Eastern, since he hasn't been in there and he can full clear it in one shot. As for Trinex, what's he going to do now?
I don't know. As Purdy Wong's been building a lead, one notable out for Trinex is that when he does do Hera, he can now check Ether with it.
That is true. Yeah, chat pointing out, Trinex is going to grab his Samaria.
So maybe he'll do Turtle Rock and Hera, just spend a lot of time on the mountain.
You could do that, yeah.
He hasn't done Mimic Cave either. I'm guessing flute to one here. Yep. You know, we still haven't seen the hookshot or the boots, and we're gonna need one of them to get into Mire.
Yeah, we're gonna need one.
Might as well run a prediction on that.
And the big chest. Piece of heart. I think at Purdy's count, he's gonna go straight to Armos.
So what do you think, hookshot or boots?
Gonna say hookshot. Boots are gonna end up in GT. Get your predictions in fast, because we could find one of them at any second.
Okay, good. There's a small key on Laser Bridge. I'm not sure if that's actually required in Inverted.
You need at least one small key in here.
Oh, two, which is not something you could find in non-Inverted. 3? Okay, that's just ridiculous.
Trinix not rushing Trinix. Gonna work his way backwards through Turtle Rock first.
And he has all those keys. I'm a little bit surprised because once you do Trinix... I mean, I guess it's worth going backwards just as far as Crystal Roller. No, he's realizing that... Wait, what are you doing, Trinix? Because once you beat Trinix, it does warp you to the entrance, so then you can just do Turtle Rock forward. Though, since he was already doing the platform maze, I would have stuck it out to just check Crystal Roller chest, but... to each his own.
Trinix is about to have is Seedly existential crisis against Trinix.
It is funny that he named himself Trinix well before ALTTPR was a thing.
Now, where's Purdy going? Oh, he's gonna pick up some Mario too. Yeah. Just different routes. That's Trinix's third crystal. And now with 3 keys, you're just gonna route from, or 2 keys, you're gonna route from the front. And Desert Big and Quake. That's Desert Big, Quake, and either hook shot or boots. That's what we're looking for.
At least Trinix does remember that he doesn't have the hook shot, so he's doing this platform the way the game intended you to.
You mean the game didn't intend me to hookshot myself into oblivion?
I honestly thought it was pretty brilliant the first time I saw a speedrunner do it. I never thought about it as a kid.
There are the boots!
So that basically just gets us Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb, plus, you know, the ability to run.
A lot of debate in chat if hookshot is Samaria locked. I think, I believe, no, sorry, hookshot is... No, sorry, I'm saying this wrong. Was hookshot locked, basically?
Wasn't Cold Stare logically hookshot locked, given the small key on the right in ice?
I think so, yes, because you might be able to lock yourself out if you don't get that.
Okay, yes. Chat summing it up, that the mirror is indeed hookshot locked. And since the mirror locks Samaria and Samaria locks the boots...
Now, that hookshot can still be in here. There are a couple chests in here that do not... Nope, never mind, you need the mirror. No, you're not going to find hookshot in here anywhere. But you might find Quake. Yeah, thinking about what the way chat's talking about, yeah. So you need hookshot, technically an ice palace. You need... So, anything... It cannot be locked by anything that's locked by Samaria or Mirror. I suppose... No, never mind, no. There's a lot to think through in here. Sometimes it's just better to nod along and just enjoy the game. I think that's everything in Turtle Rock at this point. We've seen all the chests. The other runners just have to trace over the chests the others haven't seen. So it's not in Turtle Rock. So that does leave questions of what else is available. Ether Tablet, we have not seen. That is in logic, and that can definitely be something because the book was not Samaria Mirror hookshot locked. Well, let's see what else we've got. We could go into Swamp, but since Swamp Pit is Mirror. Huh?
Why did Trinex save and quit? Okay, he's just saving and quitting back to the mountain. I'm not sure which was faster for doing Hera next.
I'm maybe Ether Tablet does have something. I don't know if there's much else that's available. And you could go into Swamp, but if you're following the logic, it sounds like Swamp's not in logic right now.
Right, and Swamp is definitely not going to have the hook shot. Oh yeah, first chest in Hookshot Cave, though.
But the boots were Samaria locks. So yeah, that wasn't going to be any of the... Well, it could have been quick, I guess.
Yeah. And we're still looking for Desert Big as well.
I think at this point, you want your hookshot to be gone. Well, the thing is, you don't necessarily need hookshot at this point if you can get through GT without it.
Yes, I honestly have no idea where either of these runners are on the hover and Moldorm bounce scale of things.
Is Trinus going to check Ether before or after Hera?
Hopefully before, but yeah.
Alright, this feels like it might be our answer. There it is.
How about that?
Our heads can stop hurting now. So now you got all the swamp. You can check.
But also, Trinex can Herapot. Oh yeah, Purdy Wong does not have the easiest Trinex fight here, since he still hasn't gotten tempered. So yeah, we need Quake and Desert Big for Go mode, is that it?
I believe so.
And now that we're back in logic, if you ignore things like Lamp, actually I'm not sure Lamp has logically locked any of our progression, but yeah, so basically Desert Big and Quake could be anywhere. And you just kind of hope you don't start turning up things like Thieves Big or Pod Big.
Trinex is going to take his coffee break.
Hey, remind me where Eastern Big was?
Desert Ledge.
Oh, right.
So hopefully Purdy Wong remembers to go to Ether.
Looks like it since he's going up Paradox Cave. Or is it down Paradox Cave?
Well, one's clearly up.
Yes, I know. This direction's definitely up.
Paradise Cave is, I think it's a Mobius strip.
If he had fallen down the hole in Paradox Cave, he would have fallen up.
We also do have 3 checks in Hookshot Cave, which Trinex is going to show us.
Looks like Purdy Wonga's right on his tail for those checks.
There's Quake! And there's the big key to Thieves!
Oh no! Yep, more places Desert Big could be, but Quake at least should get try next to the desert area, so he should get that Eastern Big as well.
Well, at least you save yourself a trip in the swamp for now, because Meyer looks a lot better. But then we see Spike Cave quick.
But yeah, Purdy Wong is basically up by an Armos rush.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, talking about pad, it still is in play, since we're looking for a big key. But we need to see the pod big first. Right now there are 3 big keys pending. Desert, pod, and swamp. I think that was almost muscle memory for Purdy Wong.
At least he remembers to take down the Murder Dactyl before using Quake.
Yeah, as we see big keys, 1 in 3 chance it's the one we need.
And we really don't want to see the other 2.
But you have to bring up, Purdy was just setting up spooky action. That was the only reason he lifted the stone. There's the half magic you wanted earlier.
Better late than never.
I've seen 1 item in here. Still looking for 1 more before Vitreous. And there it is. Trinex. Uh-oh.
Okay. Phew,
Right.
you remembered.
I can hear Trinex's teammates in the background. Wait. I don't think he remembered. I think Trinex's teammates might be having some words with him after this one.
Oh no. I forget who it was, but I was calming some race that was either Ambrosia or Inbrosia at some point, and one of the I think it was Ambrosia during the main tournament, and one of the runners said during the interview, "Gee, there sure were a lot of items on bosses." Well, at least Trinex isn't going to go for the cutscene.
Looking up who Trinex's teammates were, because I couldn't remember who else was on 2Pearl2Furious.
Splitpeel and oh no, sorry, that's Purdy Wong's teammate. Yeah, Trinex has Scary Olive and Oase. The three of them have all been together on 2Pearl2Furious since Season 2, and Trinex and Scary Olive go all the way back to Season 1.
Right, time to turn Vitreous into a pincushion.
Whereas Purdy Wong has only been playing in the league since Season 2.
Right. We have Mirror Shields. Two bosses with shields.
For some interesting league history, in Season 2, Purdy Wong's team was Clown Parade with Dracaris and Shireen. And when was the last time you heard of Dracaris?
Been a while. I remember he beat me in the one time I made it to the main tournament playoffs.
It's been a while since he's been in the main tournament, though.
Yeah, that tells you how long it's been since I've been in the main tournament playoffs. I think this might be some Smith chain for Purdy Wong now. Meanwhile, Trinex.
Okay, he'll go into Desert. He'll get his Eastern Big.
Nope, yeah, boots checks actually for Purdy. Trinex is going to check the Ether tablet first, or Bombo's tablet first.
Which will get him his powder. And Purdy Wong now has 3 bottles.
No bottles on empty here. Well, that was an empty bottle.
And bottles on empty is, in fact, don't forget to track us as opponent next week. Hey, there's the lamp!
Yep, that sounds about normal for a lamp spot. Buried deep in the logic.
Also, as far as next week's concerned, we will be playing casual boots, and I'm sure the runners will be very happy to have, you know, a nice sedate mode after this.
Yeah.
And then we start getting into the really crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess week 4, our first real shot to see the league play entrance beyond a few matches in the playoffs.
I'm looking forward to it. We got a lot of positive feedback after the playoffs last season about that particular mode.
Ooh, big key to desert.
Oh, it was in Magic Bat all along. So that's go mode for Purdy Wong, just shy of 125.
Yeah, at this point we can say Purdy Wong's got a pretty commanding lead with 6 crystals to Trinex's 5. Trinex still has to go finish Eastern and find that big key.
Yeah. I mean, Magic Bat is a non-obvious check. Though he did just pick up the powder.
But he's already done the other checks in Smith Chain, so... But he's definitely going to go to Eastern first.
Yeah, he knows there are 2 items there. To answer chat, Tempered was on Purple Chest, which Purdy Wong never did. Of course, there's a 4th sword out there somewhere, probably in GT.
Man, Purdy Wong's just got a quick kill of Land Molas and then off to GT for the GT Mickey search.
And that is indeed a quick kill.
The numbers are flooding chat. We know what time it is.
You have a favorite spot, JP?
I usually pick 15. That's usually the vanilla big key spot.
Okay, we got the prediction going now.
Alright, here we go. Check 1 is fireproof bombs.
No one guessed 19 to 21, at least in the prediction. A bit surprising, given how often it does seem to be in the vanilla room. And with this routing 19 to 21. Oh, well. No! reshuffle always does that.
Oh no, Trinex is going into swamp. Unfortunately, yeah, this is essentially Purdy Wong's race to lose completely now.
Yeah, I mean, Purdy Wong doing the overworld checks ahead of Swamp was definitely the right call. But, well, Swamp has a lot of items, so sometimes it just... You hear it softly calling to you.
Alright, there's check 8, check 9, check 10. Was that all red rupees?
There was one blue, 65 rupees in that room.
Okay. Chest 12.
Of course, I always root for it in Rando room, bottom left chest.
Yeah, you actually have to throw the boomerang there to hit the switch.
You don't usually see the left switch be the one to get hit.
That is true.
I mean, usually because they're coming out of map room, so it's decidedly easier to hit the right one.
There's 13 as a compass. Chest 14, chest 15, chest 16, and chest 17. You were talking about the vanilla chests.
Yeah, it's looking kind of likely now. We've just got those in Bob's chest and tile room.
And as you said, nobody bid on the 19 to 21. There's chest 18. It's either behind Ice Armos or in tile room. $19, $20. Yep, there it is. Had to wait because it could have still been the pod big.
I feel like I should cancel the prediction because it would be mean to just make everyone lose their points.
That's your call.
I mean, you could resolve it, but... I'll be nice, I'll just cancel the prediction. And next time, someone had better bet on 19 to 21.
Right now, it's just a climb for Purdy Wong. You'd like to find it tempered, but we know where one sword is. It's in purple chest. There is still one sword outstanding somewhere in the seed. There's not many places it can be.
Pack of Thieves.
Pack of Thieves, Pod Boss, Pyramid Fairy, Pedestal.
Top of GT. It'll be interesting to see Purdy Wong do Master Sword Silver's Ganon. You don't see that very often.
Lining up for his arrows. And that's a quick kill land mode too. It's always a good trick to know if you've got boots in your feet and sing land mode, just bonk off the top wall and you'll be set up at the perfect altitude for, well, not perfect altitude, but perfect up-down coordinate for doing arrow shots. Steve Trinick. So there's the last big key to pod on left side swamp.
Which is just gonna take Trinex farther away from Magic Bat, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, if only he could go into GT and get his swamp big and finish clearing it out.
Shovel, there's another spot where the sword could be.
Yeah, I'm sure Purdy Wong is just opening those chests because he's hoping for a sword.
And Trinex is rushing to pod. This, like, you can't blame him. Or no, he's not going to pod. Did he never check Pyramid Ledge?
He might not have. I remember Purdy Wong going there. I don't think Trinex did. Ooh, don't poke the dorm.
Last chance. Nope.
The map. Maybe it was in Tile Room?
Tile Room, GT Big Chest too.
I still remember the race where Jay Coper got his Go Mode Master Sword in GT Big Chest.
I think I remember that one too, actually. I've seen some interesting races. I've seen a race where a Go Mode bow was behind Ice Armos, and that wasn't an entrance mode.
Purdy Wong having a bit of trouble on that cycle, but gets the 4 cycle.
Yeah. For Purdy Wong, it's just to get a Master Sword Silver's fight of Ganon away from a win.
"17 Hearts, Red Mail." I think he can pull it off.
Yeah, I would say so. Just taking the hit there to get rid of your sword beams.
I'm surprised he's not in the corner so he can get double hits on Ganon, though.
Well, if he can get the one more spin, I think he'll be in phase 2. Or he's already in phase 2, so.
And now he's in the corner for the double hits.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, nope, not quite.
Missed one hit. Not happy about it.
Yeah, because you, if you're a runner in this situation, you always think that your opponent's about to finish. But at this point, he doesn't know that he's got a commanding lead.
Yeah, even if Trinex hadn't been doing these pendant dungeons, Purdy Wong really kind of built up a little bit of a lead at the beginning from getting his light world access sooner and never really relinquished it.
Yeah, the early to mid part of the seed after Light World was kind of back and forth on the checks, but yeah, Purdy is pretty much led the whole time.
Yeah, he got to hammer basically. Well, he was forced to hammer and got there just in enough time to keep his lead. But yeah, GG to Purdy Wong, as don't forget to track us sweeps this week against 2Pearl2Furious. And he finishes with an official race time of 1:39.56. See if we can get him in here for an interview. He's actually West Coast, so it's nice and early. GG Purdy Wong.
GG's.
By the way, there was the last sword.
On Trinet. On Pot. Helmasaur King. There we go. I can talk. Really, I can.
Where was the third one?
Purple Chest, which I'm assuming you would have done after Magic Bat since you were there, yes?
Yeah. Hammer Pegs and then Purple Chest, yeah.
We can also confirm now that Trinex has forfeits.
I don't blame him. Yeah, you're... Obviously, your big decision was staying out of Pendant Dungeons. But before we get there, chat's really wanting to know, what was the occasion for borrowing Zeruvian's sprite?
It's just random. I don't know whose sprite this is.
Oh. You just saw it and liked it, or you literally randomly select a sprite?
I always pick random.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all that? Interesting mix of locations involved.
Yeah, it seemed to work out for me. Like I mean, there were some parts where I was concerned that I was putting off locations for too long. Like, yeah, Eastern was around for a while, so I was happy with finding the big key before having to go there. And then I knew that dodging Swamp was probably good for me. Because I was trying to decide, you know, Swamp has more items, but you know, if it's just in these overworlds, then I could just try to bang them out kind of quickly and then try to skip it. Turtle Rock was also kind of sitting there, like I wanted to finish a bunch of other stuff. It didn't feel good going up to the mountain several times, especially to, you know, I did Hera and then I had to go back to do Ether Tablet. So yeah, good parts and bad parts, but seemed to work out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it wasn't an Aga seed or a Ped seed or a 2-hour seed.
Yeah, those it felt kind of nice that the boots were kind of hidden too. I kept wondering, oh, did I leave them somewhere? I wasn't so happy about leaving the front of Thieves Town, but I made that decision to pick up Smith. So I was always thinking, oh man, maybe boots are right there, and I did the whole light world without boots, and now I'm gonna be super behind.
Were you tempted to go into Ice Palace sooner? I mean, I know you didn't get the hammer until practically the last location, but we noticed you were at that portal a lot.
Yeah, I kept thinking about it. I was like, this is totally reasonable play. Like, why do we have the fire rod? And I think I only had, at that point, I only had Potion Shop, the Eastern area, and Ice. And I said, oh, I don't know. I decided to take this. I think the safe play is to do the Potion Shop and then Eastern. It's less of a detriment if it turns out not to be there, I think. But I did, it was definitely weighing on my mind. Like, Trinex could go into Ice Palace, dip it, and, you know, find Hammer or something and just be way ahead. So definitely happy it wasn't the case.
Yeah, instead he actually did Eastern before Ice, which meant he had to double dip since he didn't have the big key.
Yeah.
So yeah, that actually was one thing that worked out pretty well for you, getting the book and then going to Desert and steering clear of Eastern.
Yep. I mean, at that point, I kind of made my decision that I want to find the big key first, so I tried to put it off as long as possible.
Oh, your teammates asking what you thought of the Moon Pearl.
I don't remember anymore. Was it in Link's house or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you had sub 4-minute light world access.
I mean, I thought Trinex would have it early too. Like against maybe some weaker players, I know there's a tendency to skip that Skullwoods middle chest, but I didn't think I had an advantage here.
Yeah, I mean, it was yeah, you had light world access first. Trinex put off that mid chest until it was his last location, and it kind of just switched him back and forth a little bit as you guys are just clearing out the overworld, which the start didn't feel like it had much. It got a couple things, but not much. I think Trinex got hammered first, but you were shortly behind. You're both in Ice Palace around the same time. I think you had a hair clear ahead of Trinex at that point. Yeah.
I definitely regretted going to Hera. At the time, I was like, well, you know, I have everything to clear the whole area, so I'll just do it. And then afterwards, when I found the book, I was like, oh, there's another check up there.
At least you went back to Ether to get your hook shot.
Yeah, that was a comedy too, right? Do Hookshot Cave and then check Ether, and I'm like, oh, here it is.
Well, we were having a whole discussion about like the logic chain, because did you figure out that Cold Stare was logically hookshot locked?
No, I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, with the small
Oh,
key
man.
on the right side, Cold Stare had to be either hookshot or Samaria locked, but since he had the mirror which locked Samaria, he was therefore hookshot locked.
Hmm.
And so that really narrowed down where hookshot could have been.
I feel like I didn't want to think about it that way because I didn't know where the big key was, so.
Oh
No,
yeah,
yeah.
that Trinex had gotten already.
Yeah.
Well, how are you guys feeling in general? 2-2 going into week 3.
Well, I guess we made up for our disastrous first week, but my teammates are playing in week 3, so I get a break, get to cheer them on. Hope they do well.
Yeah, I think Flip Heel and Maniacal are playing Monday night, just 2 days from now.
Yeah, Monday night at 10 o'clock Eastern.
So yeah, good luck to your teammates, and let's see if we also have anything scheduled for 2Pearl2Furious this coming week.
Don't see anything as of yet.
No, I don't either. But hey, you should all keep up with the schedule here. Let's stick that in chat. There we go. Yeah, keep up with the schedule. This is, of course, the last race for tonight. What do we have coming up tomorrow? 1:10 p.m. here on the main SpeedGaming channel, Humbug versus Gamachu, to be followed immediately by Ace Zero versus Swedish Arctic Fox. So we got a whole afternoon of programming for you.
Yeah, tomorrow, last day of Invrosia week, and then Monday starts Casual Boots week.
Oh, and I see you're also going to be here on Speed Gaming main channel against Scoopel at 6:10 tomorrow.
Yeah, I get to finish off the week for our team. It looks like also finish off the week in general for this mode. And I get to
Yeah.
hope that I don't have another Moon Pearl and Purple chest like I did in my practice today.
Maybe just Tempered Sword.
That'd be nice.
Anyway, GG again to our runners. Be sure to give them a follow. Plenty more matches for all of them as we have 5 more weeks of League.
Yeah, still very early. Give our runners a follow. Thanks also to Ike here for tracking. Plenty of time still in League, so plenty of time for teams to make up ground, for lead changes to happen. There's a lot that can still happen.
Definitely. And a lot of really good matchups that are going to be happening in that time, too.
Yeah, I think we could wrap up. Thanks for joining me here today, Drossi.
Yeah, always fun to do comms with you. This has to be only like the dozenth time, right?
Something like that. Like we're part of the late night crowd, so
yeah.
Yeah. When you do so much commentary at the same time, it's like you start getting paired up with the same people over and over. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like commenting with you, but
No, I mean, it's always fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, well, thank you all for watching then, and hope to see you around with tomorrow's races.
Good night, everyone, or have a good day if it's already Sunday.